In the deep, humid heat of Louisiana, surrounded by ancient oak trees draped in Spanish moss, stands a house that looks like a southern dream. But locals know better. They call this place the Myrtles Plantation. And they say that once you step inside, you never truly leave. It holds the official title of one of America's most haunted homes. Rumors claim that 10 murders have been committed within these walls. But one spirit rules them all. Her name is Chloe. To understand the horror, we must travel back to the 1800s. Judge Clark Woodruff was the master of the house. He was a powerful man, but cruel. Chloe was a household slave, forced to serve the family intimately. Paranoia consumed Chloe. Terrified of being sent back to the brutal work in the cotton fields, she began to eavesdrop on the judge's private conversations. She would press her ear against the keyholes of the study doors. One day, the judge caught her. His punishment was swift and barbaric. To mark her as a spy and teach her a lesson, he ordered her left ear to be cut off. From that day on, Chloe wore a bright green turban to hide her mutilation. But the fabric couldn't hide her shame or her growing rage. She remained in the house, a silent, wounded ghost among the living. Then came the plan. It was the birthday of the judge's eldest daughter. Chloe decided to bake a cake. But this wasn't just flour and sugar. She went into the garden and gathered leaves from the oleander plant. Oleander is incredibly toxic. Some say Chloe only meant to make the family sick, so she could nurse them back to health and regain the judge's favor. Others say it was cold-blooded murder. The cake was served. The judge refused a slice, but his wife, Sarah, and their 2 daughters ate greedily. Within hours, the celebration turned into a nightmare. The poison worked fast. The wife and the 2 children died in agonizing pain, writhing in their beds as their organs failed. Chloe watched her plan spiral into a tragedy she couldn't stop. The other enslaved workers at the plantation knew what had happened. They were terrified that the judge would blame all of them. To save themselves, they turned on Chloe. In the dead of night, they dragged Chloe from her room. They took her to the banks of the Mississippi River. There was no trial. They hanged her from a tree and weighed her body down with rocks before throwing it into the water. But water couldn't wash away the sin. Since that night, visitors to the Myrtles report seeing a woman in a green turban wandering the property. She is often seen standing over the beds of children, adjusting their covers. The most famous evidence is the haunted mirror in the hallway. Guests claim to see handprints appearing on the glass from the inside, and strange, dark faces reflecting back at them. Legend says the mirror holds the souls of Sarah and her children. Because mirrors were not covered after their deaths, a southern superstition, their spirits were trapped in the glass, forced to watch the hallway forever. Skeptics argue that the story is just folklore, that records show the family didn't die of poison but of yellow fever. But that doesn't explain the footsteps, the earrings that go missing, or the undeniable feeling of being watched. The Myrtles Plantation remains a beautiful paradox. It is a place of weddings and tourism, built on a foundation of torture and poison. The beauty of the architecture tries to hide the ugliness of the past. Whether Chloe was a villain or a victim pushed too far, her presence is undeniable. She is the eternal guardian of the house, forever wearing her green turban, waiting for the judge to forgive her. If you believe history leaves scars that never heal, hit that like button. Comment below, would you dare to look into the haunted mirror? Subscribe to the Dark Archive.